Number 7, feelings aren't facts. One of the most dangerous mistakes people make in life is believing that whatever they feel must be true. You feel like you're not good enough. You feel like people don't respect you. You feel like you're falling behind, and slowly those feelings start turning into beliefs. But here's the truth most people never realize. Feelings are reactions, not evidence. That's why one small mistake can make you feel like a complete failure. That's why one criticism can make you question your entire ability. And that's why people give up on dreams. Not because they truly can't do it, but because they feel like they can't. In that moment, everything feels bigger than it really is. But later, you realize something surprising. Most people didn't even notice. Your feelings made the situation feel larger than reality. The moment you learn to pause and ask yourself, is this actually true? Or does it just feel true? You become calmer and more confident in your decisions. And once you understand this, you begin to see another powerful truth about life. Number 6, motivation is unreliable. Most people believe success comes from motivation. They wait to feel inspired. They wait to feel ready. They wait to feel excited. But life doesn't reward motivation. Life rewards consistency. Motivation is emotional, and emotions change every single day. Some mornings you feel focused and energized. Other mornings you feel tired and distracted. And if your progress depends on motivation, your progress will always be unstable. That's why so many people start strong and then slowly fade away. For the first few days, everything feels easy because motivation is high. But then reality shows up. The work feels boring. The results take longer than expected. And suddenly motivation disappears. This is the moment where most people quit. Not because they lack talent, but because they relied on motivation instead of discipline. Discipline means showing up even when you're not in the mood, continuing even when progress feels slow, and over time, discipline creates something powerful momentum. Because the people you admire most aren't always the most motivated, they're the most consistent. And once you realize this, you start to understand something even more important. Number 5, time feels slow until it doesn't. When you're young, time feels endless. A year feels long. A month feels slow. A single day can feel like forever. You believe you have plenty of time to figure things out, plenty of time to change your life. But slowly, something strange happens. Life gets busier. Responsibilities increase. Days start blending together. And suddenly, time starts moving faster. Weeks turn into months. Months turn into years. And before you realize it, a large part of your life has already passed. Nothing about time changed, but your awareness of it did. That's why people often look back and feel shocked. They say things like, "Where did the years go?" Because time doesn't warn you. It doesn't slow down when you procrastinate. And it doesn't wait until you feel ready. It just keeps moving. Every single day. And the most painful regret in life isn't failure, it's wasted time. Because the next lesson explains why so many people stay stuck, even when they know time is passing. Number 4, comfort can trap you. Comfort feels safe, predictable, easy to stay in. That's why people hold on to routines that no longer help them. Jobs they don't enjoy, habits that keep them stuck, environments that limit their growth. Not because they're happy, but because they're familiar. The human brain is designed to avoid risk. It prefers known discomfort over unknown opportunity. So even when life feels boring or frustrating, people stay exactly where they are. They tell themselves, "This is fine. I'll change later. Now isn't the right time." But here's the hidden truth. Growth rarely happens inside comfort. The skills you want, the confidence you want, the life you want, they all sit just outside the zone where things feel easy. That's why the first day at a new job feels uncomfortable. Why starting a new habit feels awkward. Why chasing a big goal feels scary. Discomfort isn't a warning sign. It's a signal that you're expanding. And once you understand that, you begin to notice something even more powerful. Number 3, people think less about you. Most people walk through life feeling watched. They worry about how they look, how they sound, what others might be thinking. They replay conversations in their head. They analyze small mistakes. They imagine others judging them. But here's the truth that surprises almost everyone. Most people are too busy thinking about themselves to think about you. Everyone is worried about their own problems, their own insecurities, their own future. So the thing you're embarrassed about, the mistake you keep replaying, others probably forgot it within minutes. This realization is incredibly freeing. You stop overthinking every move. You stop fearing small failures. You stop waiting for approval. And suddenly, life feels lighter. Because you realize you don't need permission to be yourself. And that leads to another lesson many people discover late in life. Number 2, you become what you repeat. Your life isn't built by big decisions, it's built by small actions repeated daily. One workout won't change your body. One late night won't ruin your health. One good decision won't transform your future. But repeated actions will. Habits are quiet builders. They work in the background, slowly shaping your results. That's why small routines matter more than big intentions. Reading 10 pages every day, saving a small amount of money, practicing a skill for a few minutes. Individually, these actions feel insignificant, but over time they compound, just like interest in a bank account, just like drops of water filling a bucket. Eventually, the results become impossible to ignore. Confidence grows, skills improve, opportunities increase. And the most surprising part is this: you don't rise to your goals, you fall to your habits. Which brings us to the most important lesson of all. Number 1, life rewards responsibility. The moment you take full responsibility for your life, everything changes. Not your circumstances immediately, not your luck overnight, but your power. Most people spend years blaming something: their past, their parents, their boss, their country, their situation. And sometimes those things really were unfair. Sometimes life truly made things harder. But responsibility isn't about blame. It's about control. Because the moment you say, "This is my life and I'm responsible for what happens next," you stop waiting for rescue. You stop expecting perfect conditions. You stop hoping someone else will fix things. And you start acting. You make decisions faster. You learn from mistakes quicker. You adapt instead of complaining. That's why responsible people grow faster than talented people. Because they focus on what they can control instead of what they can't. Responsibility turns problems into lessons, failures into feedback, and obstacles into training. It's not always comfortable, it's not always easy, but it's powerful. Because in life, the people who move forward aren't the ones with the best circumstances. They're the ones who take ownership, no matter what. And once you understand this, you realize something simple but life-changing. You may not control everything that happens to you, but you always control what you do next.